Dr. Kimberly McGee.
We rule the world. I thought
Please rise for the presentation of the colors by Hamilton High School Air Force ROTC, and remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by the Artists of Promise Awards winners.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets made clear above bursting in and gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Robert Billy McIntyre, 2022-2023 Student Body President.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may now take your seats. Please welcome Donna Thompson, incoming Faculty Senate President, to the podium.
Welcome to the 2023 Chandler-Gilbert Community College Commencement Ceremony. My name is Donna Thompson, and I am honored to serve as the Faculty Senate President-elect. Before we begin today's celebration, we would like to be intentional in recognizing the physical place that we exist upon today. Chandler-Gilbert Community College is located on the ancestral, traditional, and contemporary lands of the Akmil Otham, who have honored and cared for this landscape for millennia. The Akmil Otham share their land with their allies, the Peeposh, in the Gila River Indian community. Their traditional knowledges have allowed them to live bountifully in and harmoniously with the Sonoran Desert. CGCC thanks the original caretakers of the land and pledges to continue to partner with the Gila River Indian community and other indigenous peoples to build and sustain ethical relationships with the indigenous peoples and the land on which our work takes place. CGCC recognizes their knowledge and their right to self-determination and sovereignty as indigenous nations and acknowledges the strengths of the plurality of Arizona with 22 federally recognized tribes. At this time, we would like for Governor Stephen Lewis of the Gila River Indian community, who joins us here today as a friend and partner, to address the graduating class.
Thank you. Skugtash, good day, graduates and faculty. My name is Stephen Rowe Lewis, and I'm the governor of the Gila River Indian community, and it's truly my honor to be here with you all today as you celebrate this significant accomplishment and achievement. And I want to offer my sincere appreciation to Faculty Senate President Donna Thompson for acknowledging the Akimel O'odham and Peeposh people, our Juvid, our lands, and our contributions to our great state of Arizona. As Native people, it is often said that we live in the present, but with one foot firmly rooted in the past, the other moving toward the future. Because only in honoring our past can we be truly grounded enough to embrace and truly be prepared for what the future holds for all of us. Today is one of those occasions where your past, present, and future collide in one event. You entered this commencement celebration as students, but you are experiencing your last official act as students when you depart as graduates. This stage of your education will be in your past. Some of you will enter the workplace directly after this. Some of you will go on to a trade school to further your education, and some of you will go on to a four-year college. No matter your next course, what you've accomplished today is worthy of acknowledgement and respect. It takes a great deal of commitment and dedication and self-discipline to get where you are today, about to be graduates. Your education, though guided by the excellent faculty, staff, and leaders of the Chandler-Gilbert Community College, is yours and yours alone. No one else can learn for you. You have to decide that you want to pursue a path. And only you can put in time and effort to earn your respective degrees. And no one can ever take your education away from you. But your learning doesn't stop today. Even if this is the end of your formal college education, if I have one piece of advice for each and every one of you, it's to encourage you to be lifelong learners and lifelong teachers. Because that is the way, that's how I was brought up, that you can honor your experiences here at Chandler-Gilbert Community College, which after the ceremony will represent your past. It's the way you can stay current in your chosen field or in how you interact with society, your present. And in taking what you've learned and sharing with others, especially those of you who are paving the way by graduating from college for younger siblings and relatives. It will lead to a better and bright future. As you leave here as graduates, I hope you understand that the traits that have led you here today to your graduation will carry you far. Be proud of your accomplishments and know that we are all so proud of you as you enter this next stage of your life. Congratulations, graduates. What we say is Sapo, good. Thank you for letting me be a part of your special day, and go Coyotes. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor Lewis. So for my faculty remarks today, I will present a vocal sonata for single voice in D minor. And actually, I won't sing it, so be glad of that. Exposition, begin the begin. This is the serious moment in the commencement ceremony during which they ask some random faculty member to entertain you for a few minutes with forgettable quotes and clever analogies, followed by a profound monologue in which they vaunt all of your past and future successes. I was tempted to just let ChatGPT compose a speech for me, but I am far funnier and infinitely more sarcastic than any AI technology will be. So instead, I'm taking a Jeffersonian approach, well, at least the Lin-Manuel Miranda version of Jefferson, in that these are wise words, enterprising men quote them. Don't act surprised, you guys, because I wrote them. Last year, I challenged myself to speak to all the FOIs present. This year, however, I'm going for the music and theater crowd, because why not? You have not truly lived until mid-conversation you've quoted a random song lyric to express love, joy, anger, hate, or to critique someone's date. I believe I first did that latter item with a Stephen Sondheim line. You can ask me which one later. As the talk proceeds, feel free to sing along, but keep up and stay on pitch. Development, I celebrate myself and sing myself. Okay, you were promised adulation and quotes, so let's begin. You've done good work. You successfully completed a degree, certificate, or other program of study, so huzzah. American pop artist Keith Haring stated, "Art should be something that liberates your soul." And composer Ludwig van Beethoven asserted that music is a higher revelation than all wisdom and philosophy. Music is the electrical soil in which the spirit lives, thinks, and invents. The arts find ways to help us engage with our world and each other. They challenge us and make us think. For example, in his semi-autobiographical musical Tick, Tick, Boom, composer Jonathan Larson puts a question to us all. Cages or wings, which do you prefer? Education prepares you for a variety of undertakings. Politicians and administrators really like it when it procures you employment. To be certain, jobs are a good thing. I kind of like mine. But one should always remain an artist at heart. And here I place no boundaries on the definition of art. For as we learned from Sunday in the Park with George, work is what you do for others. Art is what you do for yourself. It is just as important to prepare for one's daily needs as it is to care for one's spirit. Recapitulation, forever Yotes. As college employees, we teach, learn from, counsel, feed, and assist students in innumerable ways, as do your friends, your relations, and the families you create. We see only a small part of who you are and the greatness inside each of you. In Hamilton, Aaron Burr asks, when you're gone, who remembers your name? Who keeps your flame? Who tells your story? Although we share only a portion of your experiences, the future and the history you will create is our legacy. You are part of our story, and we are part of yours. As you leave these storied halls as CGCC alumni, know that your college will support you, include you, welcome you, and probably ask you for a donation. And so we end where we began, with the question, cages or wings, which do you prefer? Here the songwriter's response is, ask the birds. Thank you for landing and nesting here at CGCC momentarily. We celebrate your success and now joyously usher you back into the world of flight. And if, as Sondheim mused, I cannot fly, let me sing. We look forward to the million things you haven't done, and we're willing to wait for it. Congratulations, class of 2023. Now go be free. It is now my honor to introduce Dr. Bettina Sellis, Acting Vice Chancellor and Provost of Academic and Student Affairs.
Thank you, Donna, for that kind introduction. Good afternoon. Greetings, Coyotes. As Donna shared, my name is Bettina Sellis, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as the Acting Vice Chancellor and Provost for the Maricopa Community College District. On behalf of the Maricopa Community Colleges, I am proud to welcome our distinguished graduates, their families, and friends to today's event. There is such a special feeling that comes from gathering together to celebrate student achievements and academic success. Students, today marks an important milestone for all of you and the beginning of a bright future ahead. During your time as a Coyote, you've gained knowledge, friendships, and life experiences that will allow you to unlock your fullest potential. Take a moment to thank Chandler-Gilbert's incredible faculty, staff, and administrators for their support and guidance in helping shape you into the confident and capable graduates sitting here today. Let us also recognize this room full of family, friends, mentors, and peers who stood by your side and supported you through this journey. With the college diploma, you are unlocking possibilities and opportunities that may have been closed. And in doing so, you are changing not only your future, but the future of your families and the communities and your communities. As a first-generation college student myself, I congratulate you on achieving your academic goals. I know firsthand the courage, hard work, and sheer determination it takes to earn your degree. Your achievement is proof that your dreams are possible. I hope each of you soaks in this special day. As you move into your next chapter, celebrate, because you did it. You can now proudly say, I am a college graduate. So as my colleagues and friends here at Chandler-Gilbert say, howl yeah to the class of 2023. Thank you again for allowing me to be a small moment in this monumental moment in your academic career. Congratulations, Coyotes, and the best of luck in your future endeavors. Felicidades y adelante. It is now my pleasure to introduce Maricopa Community College's Governing Board member, Ms. Jacqueline Smith.
Hello. As just shared, my name is Jacqueline Smith, and I'm one of 7 elected governing board members for the community colleges. Hands down, the very best part of this volunteer position is not reviewing budgets or policies, it's being here for this graduation day, and I'm very honored to celebrate with you. In my day job, I serve as Senior Vice President of the Arizona State University Foundation, and recently I had the opportunity to attend a conference where Scott Shigioka, an author, speaker, and consultant, invited participants in the audience to participate in an activity that I'm going to invite you to engage in now. So even though we've just met, and even though maybe you just learned that there are 7 elected governing board members of the Maricopa Community Colleges, I invite you all to trust me and to close your eyes for a moment. I'd like you to think about a time where you felt really seen and understood. Where were you? Who was with you? Really try to identify how this made you feel. I invite you to open your eyes. When I did this exercise a few weeks ago, I was surprised by one of the first things that popped into my mind was when I was limping my way out of my son's pediatrician's office a few days after I had given birth. I could barely walk. And a woman I had never met just walked by me and said, "I see you, Mama, you got this." And it was such an important moment for me and taught me a really important lesson about how sometimes the people who really see you and understand you have known you for quite some time, but sometimes they haven't. Sometimes they just really see you and observe you in that moment. Or maybe you just shared a story with them and they did some deep listening and really got a chance to understand and know who you are. So that mama, wherever she is in that Tempe, Chandler area, I really want to thank her for seeing me and making me feel understood. And I hope that by speaking with you today at this graduation, I can say to all of you graduates, I see you. I see you. You've got this. You matter. And as one of your 7 governing board members, I'm so proud of you and so thankful for the work that you've put into everything to get you to this day. And I'll encourage you, if you're able, at some point today, graduates, audience members, if you're able to send a text or give a call to the person that you thought of when you did that exercise, please do. And if they're no longer with us, I hope that you can help someone else feel the same way that that person made you feel on that special day. Congratulations, and thank you.
Please welcome Dr. Greg Peterson, President of Chandler-Gilbert Community College.
All right. Thank you. Was that a great start to the ceremony? I will not say anything that inspirational. I apologize up front. I'm going to say cooler things, though. I want to take a moment to acknowledge and show appreciation to the elected officials who have joined us today and whose willingness to partner and advocate for Chandler-Gilbert Community College and our students has made us a better institution and has opened doors for all of us. Please stand when I call your name. Governor of the Gila River Indian Community, Governor Stephen Lewis. The Mayor of the City of Chandler, Kevin Hartke. And Maricopa Community College's Governing Board Member, Jacqueline Smith. Thank you. Thank you. All right, there was a reference earlier to Hamilton, so I'm just going to say you're in the room where it's happening. We're going to get started with some energy here because I'm going to get interactive in a moment. So let's try this out. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let's try again. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. All right, I want to talk about what really matters today, and that is you. The class of 2023 consists of 1,105 graduates earning 899 degrees and 242 certificates. That's impressive. The youngest graduate is 16, with 3 being dually enrolled in high school. And the oldest graduate is 55, so this is a very young class. These graduates were among the students who completed service out in our local community this year with over 10,510 hours of service provided. I learned today that 4,000 of those hours were done by our education students. This is just one example of the impact that the class of 2023 is having on our world. All right, graduates, I want you to get ready, breathe, stretch. We're gonna do some movement. Let's show off a bit. At this session, many students are graduating in some key programs at Chandler-Gilbert. Please stand if you are receiving a degree or certificate in applied technology. Nice, thank you. Education. Thank you. Health sciences. STEM. And visual and performing arts. Okay, please stand if you are graduating in one of our many other amazing programs at the college. Please stand if you are transferring to a university or other college to continue your studies. Yeah. Now stand if you're going right to work or advancing your career. Please stand if you are the first in your family to complete a college certificate or degree. Congratulations. Stand if you are caring for children or other loved ones while a student. Stand if you've spent some really long nights studying or doing homework in order to pass a class. If someone is not standing, you should talk to them about their strategy. And stand if you ever doubted that you would be here today. Congratulations for not giving up. The class of 2023 is also very academically gifted. This year, 116 graduates received scholarships. Please stand if you are one of them. A 102 students are honor students and have excelled in their studies, having met the rigorous honors program guidelines. Please stand if you're an honor student. All right, we're going to talk a little about distinctions. So we have 3 levels of distinctions. The first distinction is those graduating with a GPA of 3.5 to 3.69, symbolized by a white cord. Please stand. High distinction is a 3.7 to 3.89 GPA, signified by a red cord. Please stand. And highest distinction is a GPA of 3.9 to 4.0, signified by a blue cord. Please stand. The class of 2023 also represents dedication and great service to our country and communities, with 34 veterans among our graduates. Will our veterans please stand to be recognized if able? Will all veterans present please stand? Thank you. There's another group we need to recognize today that made the class of 2023 possible. We know that this achievement isn't done alone, and there are a lot of people who stood by you, behind you, and maybe at times in front of you, pulling you along as you journeyed through college. Will all the family, friends, and supporters of our graduates please stand? Thank you for your sacrifices, your encouragement, your support, your care. Today is proof that it was all worth it. Finally, there is one more group I need to recognize. These graduates are prepared for the future because of the dedicated efforts of CGCC's faculty and staff. We have our faculty here on the floor, in the back here, and our amazing staff in the loudest yellow shirts we could find over here. I am humbled to work with such an amazing team who are committed to the success of our students. Please stand to be recognized. Congratulations again, the class of 2023. It's time to learn a little bit more detail about you, so I'm going to invite Vice President of Student Affairs, Veronica Ippolito, up to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Peterson. Today is a day to celebrate you, our students, and what better way than to hear from one of your fellow graduates. Cristina Haro Jacinto graduated from Tucson High Magnet School in 2008 and went on to pursue an associate's degree in liberal arts from Pima Community College, graduating in 2022. During her coursework at Pima Community College, Cristina was concurrently taking courses at Chandler-Gilbert Community College for a degree in mortuary science, the degree that she graduates with today. This coming fall, Cristina will continue her studies at Northern Arizona University, majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Please welcome Cristina to the podium.
Good afternoon, President Peterson, members of the governing board, faculty, staff, family, friends, and graduates of the class of 2023. It is my honor to be speaking to all of you today. I would first and foremost like to offer you a resounding congratulations. We are here. We did it. Each of us are here today for a specific motivation. Milestones of great magnitude are always worth celebrating and should never go unnoticed. What this moment means to each of us cannot be defined in any single word. It has been short-lived for some of us, and for others, it has felt like an eternity to get to where we stand today. Like some of you, I've had some life experience prior to college. And I would be lying if I said every step along the way has been easy. I have 3 beautiful daughters that are here today: Bella, Ronnie, and Emily. They are the absolute joy in everything that is life for me. I have an amazingly supportive husband, Anthony, and 2 wonderful parents, Elizabeth and Ron Haro, who have always encouraged me to follow my dreams. I owe every ounce of this journey to each of them, because without them, I don't think I would have been able to finish my degree here at Chandler-Gilbert. As we end our journey with Chandler-Gilbert and embark on the possibilities before us, I want you to ask yourself one question: am I uncomfortable? This question seems peculiar in nature, doesn't it? It's not every day you walk up to someone and ask how uncomfortable their day is. With that being said, I want to talk about how being uncomfortable in my journey has helped me over the last year. I am graduating today with an associate's degree in mortuary science with a STEM field of interest. Yes, you heard that correctly, mortuary science. I usually get an awkward look after I tell people what I go to school for. If only they knew I was in this for the purpose of serving others. I knew that this was my calling as a young girl. My grandfather passed away when I was 10 years old. I was very close to him. I cannot recall every moment we ever shared together, but I remember when he passed and the amount of pain my heart felt. I was extremely heartbroken and full of questions that I didn't know how to ask or how to express. I wanted nothing more than to be there for my grandfather, to dress him in his Sunday best and give him one last hug. I often wondered how many people felt the way I did after that. I assured myself that I would help families understand that this was an option for them and that it didn't have to be an uncomfortable decision. Coming into the mortuary program, I didn't realize how challenging it would be. However, I knew from the very beginning that I was going to be uncomfortable, and I was going to be faced with a lot of uncomfortable situations when I began the first steps of my career goal 3 months ago as an apprentice embalmer. Through learning how to push myself in these uncomfortable situations, I have gained the confidence necessary to serve families experiencing their own uncomfortable situations. Furthermore, I have become the ultimate joke of my fellow classmates, because at least once a week, you could catch me falling asleep in different places and different times throughout the day. Not because I am bored in my program or the classes, but because I drove 2 hours both ways every day from Tucson to Phoenix on the I-10. I deserved a nap or two. And for that, I'd have to say sorry to my instructors, Donna Backus and Chris Liticote. Every day, I would put myself in this uncomfortable situation of getting up at 4:30 a.m. to be on the road by 5:30 so I can make it to class in time. And I am not a morning person. This seems simple enough to most people. But when you see a human being that has passed from a tragic car accident, it really puts every step you make into perspective. However, being uncomfortable is not always a terrible thing. I like to think of myself as a hermit crab. A hermit crab wears its shell on its back, but those shells do not grow with them. As the hermit crab grows, the shell becomes tight and uncomfortable. It is in this moment that the hermit crab sheds its shell and sets out to find a new shell that can hold a new and improved version of itself. In the time it takes the hermit crab to find a new shell, they are considered vulnerable. Their shells protect them and become a shield from all the precariousness of the world that could potentially harm them. Eventually, they find a new shell, and the process begins again. As you leave here today, I challenge you to break out of your shell and prepare to tackle the things that make you uncomfortable. Never stop being uncomfortable in life. Learn to live, learn to grow, and learn to embrace life and everything it throws at you. Now, I'm not telling you to find a program 2 hours away from where you live and drive there every day. But I am telling you that I am so happy that I did. It made me uncomfortable, but I learned so much about myself along the way. As new graduates, we will be faced with a ton of uncertainty about the future. May this uncertainty bring you strength, the ability to recognize when you were uncomfortable, and master how to grow in these moments. And as we part from Chandler-Gilbert, my hope for all of you is that you have the self-confidence to understand when your shell is becoming too small. Have the courage and the strength to battle through the vulnerability and the uncomfortable uncertainty as you search for a new shell. May you recognize that being uncomfortable is not a weakness, but proof that you are growing and expanding. As a human being, be patient, be kind to those who are vulnerable, who have not yet found a new shell. Recognize that you do not get to choose when the proper time is for them to find one. It has been a pleasure and an honor to grow with you all, especially my fellow classmates. Remember that life is not something that has an unlimited amount of do-overs. I would encourage you to remember a quote by John Shedd. "A ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for. You will not find success in a harbor or in a shell. You can only find comfort when you find your own success in whatever that may be. If you look out to your horizon, you will see that you have every opportunity in front of you. Reach for those opportunities, no matter how uncomfortable they might make you." So, class of 2023, if there is just one thing you take away from this speech today, let it be that success comes from growth, and growth starts by embracing the unknown. Congratulations to the class of 2023.
Thank you, Christina. And now please welcome Dr. Deborah Hardy, Vice President of Academic Affairs.
Good afternoon. We've reached this long-awaited moment. Today, we assemble to recognize those who have completed the requirements to be granted degrees and certificates. Will Dr. President Peterson please join me at the podium in order to accept the presentation of Summer 2021 or 22, Fall 2022, and Spring of 2023 candidates for certificates and degrees. President Peterson, these candidates have completed all requirements for the degrees and certificates indicated and are recommended by the faculty for their conferral of those degrees and certificates.
By conferring these degrees and certificates, this college bestows upon you the highest honor that it can give. Your faculty have certified to me and to the governing board that you have met the academic standards of this institution. Will all the candidates for degrees and certificates please rise? That's all of you. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the governing board of the Maricopa County Community College District, I am privileged to confer upon you the degree or certificate recommended by the faculty with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. We will now recognize each of our graduates.
Please welcome Miguel Fernandez and Dr. Linda Zaire, who will be reading our graduates' names.
Kristen Davis.
Sarah Schultz.
Trisha Kettle.
Mackenzie Willis.
Billy
Taylor
McIntyre.
Taylor Peterson.
Christina Caro Jacinto.
Valeria Espinosa.
Angel Soto.
Eliana Ortiz.
Munir Tufeo.
Alexis Holmes.
Anthony Esperanza.
Ana Facio.
Ren Adair.
Maya Alvarado.
Jensen Whitmer.
Kylie Gove.
Marissa Moxley.
Megan Courtney.
Sakam Kawi.
Emma Hahn.
Dejania Chastatil.
Alexia Sisquets.
Jennifer Story.
Odell. Weston Peterson Giles. Alyssa Kling. Raquel Yepes. Angel Armendaris. Kaylee Manley. Nadia Garchow. Samantha Melledge. Michael Hurley. Alexis Garbrick. Catalina Ashworth. Jared Wilson. Ryan Jacinto. Clara Robinson. Annalise Rimondo. Mariah Webster. Ava Sanders. Chandler Helms. Kayla Martinez. Jennifer Lagassi. Bethany Steffen. Oksana Haran. Victoria Sorianaro. Itzel Acosta Vázquez Gallego. Sandra Arthur. Matthew Jones. Danitza Jimenez. Sarah Jacobo. Marco Quintanilla. Alyssa Lugari. Cassandra Conway. Grace Allen. Kevin Goldsmith. Florian Leon. Natasha Castillo. Kristen Churchill. Sarah Van Orden. Gavin Turner. Luis Velasco. Jorge Gomez. Leslie Gardet Lopez. Zachary Hager. Sarah Hall. Maria Silva Carrasco. Alan Naburo. Aaron Yusebro. Danielle Morgan. CJ Morrell. Lucy Rayford. Michelle Blackwell. Collins.
Noah Wilkins.
Gianna Borum.
Dane White.
Rebecca LaRusso.
Sabina Bermudez.
Cassidy Medhurst.
Abigail Mustard.
Kayla Charles.
Nicole Love.
Madeline Bigham.
Elena Locke Hopkins.
Deja Hope.
Ray Lopez.
Alia Williamson.
Antonio De Castro.
Alyssa Snowball.
Josh Coker.
Stephanie Sweet.
Antonio Moore Jr.
Humberto Aguilar.
Connor Sweeney.
Vanessa Lopez.
Nicole Aguirre.
Melissa Vargas.
Manik Pacheco.
Lauren LaFleche.
Tina Kujusevec.
Yuridia Padilla Licona.
Thomas Boren.
Caden Gallernew.
Connor Adams.
Dawit Abe.
Madison Webb.
Jacob Wildwalk.
Ethan Gibbs.
Joseph Kiefer.
Charisma Johnson.
Ariel Lanham.
Julie Ekra.
Zachary Stevenson.
Ramon Rodriguez.
Tierra Campbell. Cesar Salazar. Leilani Tron. Reese Vasquez. Naeem Maruf. colors. Rebecca Pereira. Helena Johnson. Alicia Natakai. Juliana Horn. Alexi Style. Talia Blackhat.
Guests of our graduates, please remain seated until all the faculty and graduates have exited from the gym. You can reunite with your graduate outside on the north side of the building. And now, back to Dr. Peterson.
All right, graduates, please rise. You are now officially graduates of Chandler-Gilbert Community College.